Okay, ladies, the mental health is mental healthing this week, and we are in the trenches. We are in the luteal phase, and this month, the busiest and most demanding part of my month happens to be at the time when I am struggling the most. Thankfully, I have money to pay for a therapist. I just got out of my therapy session, and God bless the therapists in this world. The humans out there that decide to become therapists and take on all of our problems, our grief, our trauma, God bless your souls. One of the biggest takeaways I took from that session, she said near the end that we don't always have to state our boundaries for them to be effective and for them to be powerful. Sometimes our boundaries can just stay within us, and we can navigate life and make decisions based off of these boundaries that we have set within ourselves. So long, I thought for my boundaries to be effective, for them to be powerful, I need to tell everyone my boundaries. Maybe the most powerful boundaries are the ones that we just have within ourselves that we use to navigate life and to make decisions. And people don't even need to know about them, but we have them and we're using them. Another helpful insight from my therapy session is that two things can exist. Right now, I feel like I don't like myself. I don't feel good about myself. And at the same time, there's a part of me that knows I'm enough, that knows that this is gonna pass, that knows that I deserve love. I do love myself. And there's also a part of me that just really doesn't like myself right now. Listen, I've been in therapy for 7 years, and the most powerful concept I've learned in therapy is that there is parts of ourselves. You don't need to label the parts of yourselves. It doesn't matter. Can be helpful for some people, not for others, but there's parts of us that exist and they contrast and they all live and are experiencing reality in different ways. Experience trauma like me, you know that there is past parts of yourselves that has struggled so much and has experienced so much trauma. Sometimes that past self can still show up. Past hurt self can emotionally show up in your current life. And then you need to nurture the past part of you that is hurting and that is feeling triggered and traumatized. If your current self is being traumatized and is going through it, maybe there isn't a part of you that feels equipped to support yourself. At the end of the day, whether it's your current self, your adult self, I think there's always a part of us that knows deep down that we are good enough. I think no matter what, even if you're struggling, your current self is struggling, or it's your past self that feels like it's struggling, always tap in, because it's there. Tap into that self, that part of you that deep down, and maybe it's really deep down, but deep down knows that you're good enough. No matter how hard you're struggling right now, no matter how bad it is, there's always a part of you that you can tap into. And I know it may be hiding under lots of layers, but there's a part of you that you can tap into that loves you, wants the best for you, that sees you as a beautiful whole human that matters, that's good enough. And just remember that that part's always there. It always exists. I don't care how hard you have to try, but you need to tap into it. Even just an eensy teensy bit, tap into it and say hello to it and let it also come into the picture. You are not defined by these feelings. These feelings do not define you, do not define your future. They are just here for a time being. And their time will come where they will leave and things are going to get better. Keep taking those steps. Keep reaching out for those tools. Keep searching for that help, for that inspiration, that little ounce of hope. Because every single day, even if it's a 1%, even if it's a teensy weensy bit of hope, and even if it's a teensiest, tiniest step towards a better life, those matter. And those are what are going to get you to a way better place than where you are today.